Hey friends, it's Friday, which means it's time for another fat burn workout. And the topic of this week is tiny weights, huge fat loss. Is it even possible? Or is it sustainable? Let's see, let's discuss together. Let's repeat a little bit the content of that blog post that I have created a couple of days back, which actually goes deep into why this type of workout or this particular workout is very effective for fat loss goals. And so first of all, this workout, small weights doesn't mean that it's easy. It's not gonna be easy, believe me. You will sweat it out. I will make you suffer in a good way and leave you energized and with a sense of accomplishment. But jokes aside, this workout is designed to be low strain. It's designed to be performed like 4 to 6 times per week. You see, if you like lifting weights in the gym, and there is nothing wrong about it. In fact, this is the best thing you can do for your body. But we all have our own agenda and 9 to 5 and a bunch of kids and everything, and it's harder and harder in the modern world to squeeze in those gym workouts. So this workout is designed to be a no excuse workout. So there is no excuse, even no soreness, no nothing, but it doesn't mean that, again, that the workout is not effective. It's highly effective. And effectiveness comes from consistency. Consistency always beats intensity. So how many gym workouts can you squeeze into your working week? Well, maybe 3, but most people struggle to fit in even 3 workouts in their work week. And this is something you can do in your pajamas. First thing in the morning. It takes only 20 minutes, which is, well, basically the time frame it takes most people to scroll through the Instagram in the morning. So before you do that, consider doing this workout. And this is being recorded and it will be made available with all the voice cues and the counters, long form for the community later on. So don't miss that. If you want the recording, don't forget to like the stream and subscribe to the channel so that you don't miss that release. Now, so it's low strain and you can do it very often. Then it takes very little time, so you literally have no excuses. Now, it's still gonna build muscle, because if you look at the literature, the hypertrophic range of repetition is anywhere from 6 to 50 repetitions. So if you stay in that range, you will still build muscle. So it's not impossible to build muscle with those tiny weights. The only thing you can do is hit your muscles with enough volume so that they really feel that strain. And we will prove it today that this workout is not easy. You can use very tiny little weights or even those canned tomatoes or whatever have you in your pantry and still be able to build a decent amount of lean muscle, especially if you are only starting on your fitness journey. But then if you are more advanced, you will still get a terrific fat burning session that will make you stay lean, but then also we're making enough of the stimulus to signal to our body that we still need our muscles. We don't want the body to shed the muscles while shedding fat. So we signal that we're using the muscles, so don't touch the muscles, but rather use the fat. And this is why you will get lean and muscular by doing this type of workout. even with the tiniest weights ever. And using a tiny weight has another advantages. For example, the injury risk becomes insanely low, and the worst thing, the last thing you want when you start exercising is to injure yourself, because once you get some sort of injury, you are out of 4 weeks, and there is no advantage in that, and it's not helpful, and you will suffer. And even if you are not suffering, like literally, if it's not painful, you are just disabled somehow for a while, you will still go weeks without training, and of course the weight will come back if the weight loss is your goal. Yeah, so this is it. And the last but not least is the fact that this workout is fun and energizing. And study after study shows that the enjoyment is one of the highest predictors of whether someone is going to stick to their workout or not. So it's very important to keep those workouts fun, so that you crave more of them, or at least you're not, dreading them all the time. So this workout ticks all those 5 boxes, and let's discuss the chosen exercises, and I will demo them really quick, and we will jump right into the workout. So those selected for today are very, very simple, and yet those are picked with those small weights in mind. So they are such that they are easy to load with dumbbell weights, and especially they are safe to do with those small weights, because, well, not all exercises are suitable to be loaded with small weights. For some it doesn't make sense, like squats, for example. So it just, well, you can do them, but what's the, yeah, okay, it's better than air squats, but still. So we have picked those that are the most effective to be loaded with tiny weights, where you can do really a lot of repetitions, a lot of volume, to skyrocket your heart rate and get the highest fat burn rate possible. And among others, we have drop squat. This is how you, first of all, grab your dumbbells, or, I'm not really kidding, you can use those cans. This is 400 grams or 12 ounce. And this is exactly the weight of a training glove, of a training boxing glove. So this is the perfect weight, actually, for this type of high-pace workout. So you grab your weights, what have you, doesn't matter, I will put those aside. You grab your weights, and for the drop squat, you go wider than your shoulders, and then touch the floor with one of those dumbbells, and then you return back into this position, and I want your hands to be in front of you, touching each other. That way you also, instead of this drop squat being only a leg focused or lower body focused exercise, we make it more balanced by engaging our upper body much more. So you are doing this kind of a curl pattern, which will engage your biceps, and it may also be considered kind of a version of a row, so some back is involved into this. So this is how you do it, and in the beginning your weights are here, and it's maybe even up to your chin, so you're really aim to get those moving. And again, this is a version of a squat, So we are exercising our glutes, our hamstrings, our quads, the biggest muscles in our body. And the bigger the muscle which is working, the higher calorie expenditure rate you will get from the exercise. So this workout is packed with leg work, so you may, again, this is another confirmation why you will get a terrific fat burn effect from that. And aside from that, we have another squat variation. The order is not the order of demonstration, but anyway, one other very good squat variation is squat to punch. So again, a bit wider than the shoulder, so maybe roughly shoulder width. We go squat and then we go into the punch. And this exercise specifically, it has this rotational component to it. Adding to the squat, we have this rotational component, and this allows us to exercise in this rotational plane of motion. And for the workout to be balanced, we wanted to hit all three planes of motion. So sagittal plane, front to back, this is jump rope for example, front to back, or plane squat is also front to back. We want side to side, which we will also have, and then we want rotational plane of motion. And this squat to punch ticks this box of being a rotational, having a rotational component to it. So we're good there. Now we have another huge muscle group in your body is your core muscles. And core muscles is not only your six-pack, it's the entire musculature of this torso part up to your chest. So all these muscles, including your lower back muscles, are working hard over time during like proper weighted core exercises. And one of those would be wood chopper. And the classical wood chopper, the way you do it is you go into a squat and then you go something like that. So, but since we have a very light weight, we're not gonna do that, but instead we will leverage the gravity and velocity to make this weight feel much heavier than it is. And how do we do that? Well, we will do a dynamic version of a wood chopper. So we will go 2 side steps to the side, and this is again front plane. So we are moving side to side. So we go 1 side step, and then we do this rotational wood chopping. And you have both of your hands together. You can clench them together if you want. This is one way of doing it, whatever feels more comfortable. So you have this rotational core exercise, and then you repeat it to the other side. And since we are kind of doing this in a very powerful manner, and there is a huge velocity to this weight, it will feel like, instead of 2 kilos, it will feel like 8 or something. Believe me. And this is how we leverage this, the exercise itself. So those are not random at all. Those were specifically picked to benefit from loading them with small weights. Now, wood chopper is gonna be this variation. And what's the 4th one? The 4th one is lateral raise. Yeah, of course, all-time favorite. Lateral raise. We want huge shoulders, right? For this V-taper look to our torso. So we definitely have to hit our shoulders somehow. And again, regular lateral raise would be something like this. But since the weight is so small, and most people have only small weights, and you don't actually need big weights for your shoulders at all, because those are tiny muscles. These are like actually 3 muscles, and those are tiny compared to even biceps. So biggest muscle in your body is not your biceps. So what we will do instead, we will do again a specific version of a lateral raise tailored to leverage small weights. So we will go into the up position, so hands are roughly parallel to the floor, and this is about the heaviest part of the exercise. So what I want you to do is to test this range and find the most difficult part of it, which for me is somewhere here. And this is where we're gonna be doing our lateral raises. So we will go high reps in this range. And believe me, your shoulders are gonna be on fire. I already start like feeling them. So without any further chatter, those exercises are really simple. I will do we're going for 2 sets, 1 minute rest in between, and I will do 1 set with the small dumbbells and the other set with a set of canned tomatoes. Okay, so let's put the music on and get started. And yeah, by the way, friends, let me remind you that you can actually, during this workout, if you are just watching, if you are not doing anything, you can still ask your questions in the chat. Put them in the chat, and as soon as we're done with the workout part, I will get back to you and answer your questions if they need answering. And I hope we will have a couple of those that need my input, and maybe the rest of the community can benefit from that. So thanks for your questions. We always have some good ones there. Yeah, so I will connect to the speaker. Yep, we're good. Let's see. Yep, we have sound.
Get ready.
Get ready. Grab your jump rope. If you don't have a jump rope or don't feel like jumping or don't feel comfortable jumping, go for jumping jacks instead, or high knees, or just jogging legs.
Jump rope.
If you kind of have a rope, but you are only learning to jump, and maybe jumping is not very efficient for you yet still, try just doing side swings. It provides similar kind of engagement, and just make sure you switch your hands, not to develop any kind of imbalances. Don't be afraid to mess up, guys. I mess up all the time. That's not the point. Doesn't affect your fat burn. And
Squat to punch.
squat to punch. Anyway, especially gentlemen, by using this kind of small weights, you have to leave your ego at the door. This exercise is heavy even without dumbbells.
Rest.
Will activate my counter.
Jump mode.
I had to make it longer apparently.
Rest.
Let's adjust. This is one of the benefits of having a regular rope, by the way. Ability to
Milo raise.
adjust it on the fly. Because you can't really adjust a weighted rope on the fly. This hardest range, but with control. Still. Make it fast, but not like don't try to fly away. Hardest range, high reps, but say endure.
Rest.
And this low weight also makes those exercises very
Jump
accessible
mode.
for all fitness levels. So literally there is no excuse. And still it's a bit more challenging than bodyweight versions. So go for it. And yeah, fun is one of those checkboxes, so have fun.
Rest.
Nice.
Drop squat.
Drop squat. Okay. That was something different last time. So I messed up somehow the exercises, but yeah. Doesn't matter. The only thing that matters is that you bring your energy and do your best. If you messed up, no problem. Do something else. As long as you do something, you're good to go.
Rest.
Squat to punch is, yeah, squat to punch.
Jump rope.
Listen to the music. If the music gets slow, that's your invitation to have a little bit of a breather. Go slow.
chopper.
Wood chopper. This ballistic component is crucial while using small weights. Again, the gravity will make those tiny weights feel much heavier.
Rest. Jump rope.
The only mandatory component of those workouts is your body weight and the water bottle. Everything else is optional. Again, don't have a jump rope, don't sweat it. Go high knees. Very good replacement. Actually, maybe even more difficult. But any move that forces you to stay on the balls of your feet.
Rest.
Whew. Bigger rest. One set done, one more to go. Take a breath. Don't sit down. Don't lay on the couch. Either move around or go into a deep squat. Because we're doing quite a lot of leg work, so this deep squat position will allow you to stretch your quads, your glutes, your lower back. Feels really nice. If you can't yet do it, hold on to something. That's like work your way into this posture, into this position.
Jump rope. Rest.
Woo.
Squat to punch.
Yeah, okay. Squat to punch. I messed it up the first time. This is the move. Deep squat, punch. Rotate your torso. Any punch should come from your legs. So make sure you are putting the leg to the side so that there is a firm foundation for your punch.
Rest.
Yeah, I promised to do it with tomatoes this time.
Jump rope.
the easiest combo you can learn is basic bounce into the jogging place. Let's say 4 and 4 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. And just continue.
Rest.
Tomatoes. What do we have?
Lateral raise.
Lateral raise. Again, the hardest part of the range. Somewhere around horizontal. A bit above and a bit below. If your hardest range is in some other place like here, do it here. Make sure you should feel them on fire. Your side delts. I'm feeling them even with those hands. Really. Actually, you can even do it without any weight and you will still
Rest.
feel your shoulders and your traps as well.
Jump rope.
Slow music, go slow. We want enjoyment, we want consistency. We want to come back tomorrow hungry for more. We don't want to die today or injure ourselves. So if you just can show up for 5 minutes, go very light, still do it.
Rest.
It's better than nothing, and it ticks this mental checkbox that you have showed up and you did the work.
Drop squat.
Drop squat. Together, down. Touch down. Together, touch down.
Rest.
My heart rate, just for reference, is 150, which is very high, pretty high for me.
Jump rope.
It takes like, I don't know, it doesn't raise about 150 even when I'm running. So it really takes effort to get to this kind of level. Because at some point your heart and your lungs will allow you to go with much more intensity without elevating your heart rate. So I have to do some really crazy stuff to keep advancing my cardiovascular system.
Rest.
157. Really decent.
Wood chopper.
Wood chopper. Focus on maximum contraction of your abs and obliques. You should really feel them should really feel like 360. Feel all your ab muscles here in this exercise.
Rest.
Last interval.
Jump rope.
Finish strong. Give it all you got. And some of you may not have too much left in the tank, but still give it all you got. Doing good. Last 10 seconds.
Workout complete.
Oh, that was a blast. I am as sweaty as with heavy weights. That speaks for itself. We are done with this workout, people. We did it again, together. Let me quiet the music down a bit. Yeah, so hopefully you feel your muscles, and I need some fresh air. You should feel your shoulders, you should definitely feel your legs, and almost certainly I do feel my abs after this kind of a wood chopper. And those exercises are such, by the way, that you should avoid having too heavy weights with them anyway. So don't please increase weights here too much. Maybe I would say even 2 kilograms per dumbbell is gonna be like crazy high for most people. If you want some heavier lifting, choose some another workout. We have plenty of those on this channel. Or check them out if you want. And if you want to learn some of those jump rope skills, then we also have plenty of tutorials, those footwork tutorials in the shorts section of the website, of the channel. And just the other day I have released another one that teaches you how to jump rope like Rocky Balboa. You can go check it out. But yeah, here you have it. Chopped tomato workout. Don't forget to drink water. I will grab my laptop and see if we have any questions that need answering. I will wait for a little bit longer so that you can still ask your questions if you have something in mind. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, Jack, thank you, my friend. That was very, very nice of you. I like receiving those confirmations that the community actually values the effort that I am putting out. So yeah, thanks for the encouragement. Yeah. Nothing else seems to have any answers. So let's wrap it up for today. And if you're gonna be watching this in recording, you can still ask questions, like any questions related to fat loss, to whatever nutrition strategy, to recovery, you can ask them in the comments. I am personally reading and answering all of them the best way I can. If I don't know the answer, I will tell you I don't know, or I will research the topic and make a separate video or a community post about it. So now what I want you to do is to come up to the mirror and thank yourself for taking this huge leap towards a stronger, leaner, and more energized future self. This is a big one, and even if you had to take breaks or go slower somewhere, don't get discouraged. This is normal, trust the process, and you will see the results you want pretty soon. And until then, just stick around, or if you feel stuck, go ask questions. Because I don't really remember any question on this channel in the comments that went unanswered. If it makes sense, especially if it makes sense for more than one person, it's beneficial to ask it and have the answer there for the community. So until then, until the next Friday, my friends, and see you next week. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss the next live workout announcement. Thank you all. Cheers.